Hey everyone, welcome to a brand new video. My name is Arfat. Today I have a book recommendation, and this is the Christian Introduction to the New Testament. If you are into the New Testament and you want to know what the New Testament is about, I'm into the New Testament, even though I myself is not a Christian, I'm a Muslim. But the New Testament contains teachings that are wonderful, in my opinion, and teachings that, on a theological basis, we can follow and apply. And so I applied some of the teachings about love for your neighbors, so on. And I think the New Testament contains a great message, even though I disagree with its theological interpretation by modern Christian apologists and scholars, I must say. But scholars themselves are divided in two camps, academics and apologists. And so I'm following more towards the academic side, but I don't reject some of the apologies teachings about love for your neighbors, so on and so forth. Even though I disagree completely with its theological interpretation or anachronistic interpretation of the New Testament theology by modern Christians. But if you read the New Testament not anachronistically, meaning you apply the first century context of these authors, then you will start to see a different theology in the New Testament. And I think, and most academics believe, that that is actually the right way to read the New Testament. But if you are into theology, so on and so forth, then that's a whole different discussion. But with any text, you must read it in the context of which it was revealed, unless the text specifically says that this is meant for the entire of humanity. Okay, meaning from when it was revealed all the way to the future, so on and so forth. But we do not have that in the New Testament. The eschaton, okay, the coming of Jesus, the last day, the parousia, will happen within the disciples' lifetime. But obviously that did not happen. And so from there, my personal opinion is that the New Testament is not a scripture for the entire of humanity. In fact, the New Testament never claims such a thing as well. But anyway, if you want to know more about what I've just discussed here, there is one particularly good textbook, the introductory textbook, and it is also not something that will break your bank, for example, okay? And that is Dale Martin's New Testament History and Literature. This is a fantastic book. It covers all the 27 books of the New Testament, although very briefly. But if you are a layman and you want to know more about the New Testament, then this is the book for you. Dale Martin is a wonderful author. He is a retired professor from Yale, formerly of Yale University, and he has written this in 2012, I believe. But yeah, he has an entire lecture on the Open Yale courses here on YouTube, and I came to know about that, and so I bought the book from it, and I also downloaded the transcripts, so on and so forth, from the Yale website, Yale University. And yeah, so this is a really clear, written in a language that is not really meant for scholars. This is basically for the general audience, in a sense, even though it is published by Yale University Press. But if you want to know more about the New Testament, if there's only one New Testament quote-unquote introductory textbook that I will recommend you, it will be this. It is as simple as that. I reviewed Raymond Brown's Introduction to the New Testament a few months back. Both the abridged and the unabridged version is available. But if you are really you do not have a lot of time to read 800 pages long, Then again, this is also about 400 pages long, so about half of that. But it flies. Unlike Raymond Brown's, who is somewhat difficult to read because of the information that you get in there. Um, because Raymond Brown is actually writing for academics purposes, whereas Dale Martin, I believe, based on just reading his book here, it is more open, even though it's meant for because it is part of his New Testament introduction course, so it's meant for students. Okay, but general audience who are not necessarily into academia will still be able to follow along with this, because I started out not knowing anything about the New Testament, and having read this, I know so much, so much. I know so much in 2 weeks. I think I took about 2 weeks to finish this. I knew so much in 2 weeks that I could have known for years and years, just by reading the New Testament itself. Because you need somebody, sometimes you need somebody to explain to you what the book is about, the historical background. Because as a lay person, you just read the New Testament, and sometimes you interpret the New Testament not in its historical context. Again, I don't care about the theology, as I've said, because I'm not a Christian. But I believe the history of the New Testament, especially when you start getting into canons and textual criticism, which will be coming up. I'll review books on those topics as well. But until then, the New Testament history and literature, it's a must read, especially if you know nothing about the New Testament, but you are really, really interested to know what the book is all about based on a historical context. So until then, I'll see you again.